We're live.
We on? Yes. Okay, well, welcome everybody. Who's here for the first time? Raise your hand. Now you can tell us who you are.
David Navarro. I'm David Navarro.
Are you licensed yet? Not yet? Not yet licensed? Well, welcome. Who else we got this new first time?
This is my first time, Mark.
This is your first time, Adam?
Yeah, first time.
No more? No more new hams? Somebody said there's somebody over here who's new. Just got licensed.
Yes, you are. Oh, you're talking about, no, we're upgrades. Yeah, well, I guess so.
Upgrades count too.
Okay, cool.
I just got my technician license, call sign KK7TWJ, and Gruff is amazing and has decided to give me an HF radio to learn Morse code on, so I'm very excited for that.
I'm Tom. I also just got my technician license. Call sign is Kilo Kilo 7 Tango Uniform November.
Great. Welcome. So you guys both upgraded from being unlicensed to licensed. Yeah. Okay, I'll have to learn to rephrase my question in the future. Do we have anybody else? Nobody else wants to admit that they're new. Okay, well, that'll work. Let's see. Any other upgrades besides from non to technician? Nope, okay. Rick, tell us about the books. What do we got going on? I'm sure glad these steps are shallow.
That's the only exercise he gets, probably.
I know.
Well, there is one for a few more weeks that's still valid on extra class if you want to try to grab that. I should have the new edition the next meeting, and if you want it sooner than that, let me know, either phone call or email. Do have a couple of books that are deep discounted that I've mentioned before, so I won't do that again. But any special orders that you find on ARL, get a 10% discount, free shipping, no sales tax. That's it.
Thank you, sir. Okay, we have a work party at the Leamington site this Saturday. Who's going down there? Only two? Okay, we occasionally get, the opportunity. There's work that needs to be done down there. I think what you guys are going to be doing is caulking around the building, right? Yeah. Which is...
Yeah, for sure. Let's see if make sure if I can get into the camera as well. So yeah, we had a little bit of a mishap. We weren't able to get too terribly many of the key members there to the Leamington work party. We do have some building work maintenance that does need done, and the work party is rescheduled until August. Leamington, our remote HF station. But anyways, we do need to have some building maintenance done. We do need to caulk some of the concrete joints on the building. So Saturday on the 15th, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So Saturday on the 15th, we're going to get together and we're going to drive up there. So if anybody's interested, feel free to let one of the club officers know or shoot me an email at kk7avs@gmail.com. We'd love to meet you bright and early in the morning at 7 a.m. And if you want to help out and check out the Leamington site, that'd be great.
Thank you, James. Many hands make light work. And if you've never been to the Leamington site, it's worth a trip just to go down there and see what it is. This is one of our two remote stations. It is actually a world-class station. You wouldn't believe the antennas we have there. So anyway, there you go. Everybody was okay with the parking this time? We're now parking on the north of the Merrill Engineering building instead of the parking lot right across the street from this building because they're building another building there. Nobody got lost? It might be. Yeah. The Merrill Engineering North parking lot is where we are currently authorized to park. Just to the north of us and the north parking lot. That's right. Just look for the antenna. Okay? The meeting before the meeting. We meet before the meeting each Thursday meeting day at the Other Place restaurant. We had a pretty good turnout tonight. There were 8 or 10 of us, which is more than I have seen. But at any rate, if you're interested in joining us for the meeting before the meeting and share dinner and chat a little bit, we meet there at 5:30. The restaurant is on 3rd South between 3rd and 4th. Between 4th and 5th, is it? Yes. I was thinking it was between 3rd and 4th. Yeah, I think you're right. You park on 5th. There's a turn in there to get to the parking lot that's behind the restaurant. That's where you park. Okay? Field days coming up. It is the fourth full weekend of June. A lot of people think it's the last weekend of June. It's not the last weekend. It's the 4th full weekend of June. This year it's June 22nd, 23rd. How are we doing with volunteers, Adam?
We are doing absolutely great with volunteers.
Good. Okay. I know a couple of key people are not available. Chuck is hurt right now, so he probably is not going to be there. If you've never done field day, come on down. It's a lot of fun.
We do have the sign-up sheet if you want to volunteer. Oh, yes. We also do have the sign-up sheet if you're interested in volunteering for field day to help set up. So visit the UARC website and just scroll down a little bit past the meeting announcement if you want to sign up to volunteer for field day. It'll be a great experience, and it'll give you real on-the-job training, as you could say, or skills in how to set up an HF station and how to make contacts.
When are people going to start arriving?
People are going to start arriving pretty early on in the week, but setup is really going to begin maybe about Thursday afternoon, Friday morning. So if you want to go a little early and camp out and have fun, then you're more than welcome to do so.
Any more on that?
I can talk for hours. You tell me.
Is there more information?
There's absolutely more information.
Okay, here you go.
I've got a mic. Look at that. I'm magic.
I know you do.
I don't need a mic. I've already got a mic, but I also do speak pretty loudly. So for those who haven't come, Field Day is the big nationwide event where it's a competition. It's a great time to come out and learn about ham radio. If you have questions about your current rig, your current setup, something that you're looking for, just want to learn, it is a great time to come out and meet other hams. We will be at our normal Payson Lakes site this time. It is not the Payson Lakes campground. It is further up the Nebo Loop than that. If you want to put it in your GPS, the easiest thing is to actually search for the Payson Lakes guard station because the campsite is directly across the road. If you put the Payson Lakes guard station in your GPS, the last turn it's going to have you make is a right turn. Ignore that. Turn left. There will be signs. There will be a big, it's a safety pin. Push pin, a big push pin, big yellow push pin in the ground. The competition is from Saturday until Sunday, if I remember correctly. It's 24 or 36 hours, 24, and we can set up for the 12 before that. Yeah. Somebody correct me.
Saturday noon to Sunday noon.
Yeah, so the competition is 24 hours, Saturday noon to Sunday noon. We'll have our normal stations. We'll have a couple of single sideband and a CW station. We will have our big calf and cow, our mobile towers up there. There will be porta potties. There will not be food food for you other than for Saturday evening. We will be providing burgers. Please bring a side if you plan on eating with us. And plates and utensils, yeah, everything that you normally would need. It's remote. Just remember that you are on your own for your own food and water other than for Saturday evening. We will be providing burgers. If you want to come and help set up, we will be setting up some of Friday into Saturday. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing a whole bunch.
You probably are.
I mean, I know I'm missing a few marbles, but that's beside the point.
Maybe suggest that Field Day is a 24-hour event, and we want to keep people transmitting as long as possible.
Yes, thank you. If you are a good CW operator, we need people to man that station, and we definitely need people to man the single sideband stations as well, doing HF. Doesn't matter if you have experience or not, people will help you. While I had some experience in Field Day in ham radio before last year, I did not have my ticket when I showed up Field Day last year, and I made several hundred contacts. I just sat on the radio when nobody else was there, and it is a great time to get experience and gain your confidence on the air. It will be overnight, so if you're willing to, like some of us, we'll be up and still making contacts all night long. It is a great time. Just come.
We really need people willing to do some late night, early morning
Yes.
hour shifts on the tents.
Yeah.
Our scores have dropped the past couple of years because we've had fewer operators willing to be there in those hours. And those are some of the best hours to get experience doing amateur radio operations.
Since Jerry didn't have a mic, I'll just repeat for the recording and anyone that did not hear. We really and truly do need people that are willing to operate the radios overnight and into the early morning of Sunday. Last year, for much of the night, it was myself and one other person operating on a single sideband, and then I believe until about 11 o'clock at night, we had some people working CW as well. Our scores, really and truly, they just matter on our contacts. We need people operating those stations as long as they're up, the full 24 hours if we can.
How many stations are we going to have up?
We're definitely going to have the 3. We might have a 4th. Working on that. That's still up in the air. For all the people that did sign up to volunteer, if I did not reach out to you personally, I'm very sorry. My personal life has gotten really hectic in the past 7 or 8 weeks, and I've been working a lot of overtime. Not as an excuse, but as an explanation for why I have not necessarily reached out to everyone on the volunteer list.
Just got a...
Come on with it, James. Oh, no, I'll repeat it. You can just tell me what you need.
Oh, just got a post on YouTube from Chuck.
Yes, sir.
And he was saying that he is the keeper of the UARC push pin, and he was wondering if somebody wanted to come collect it and be in charge of it.
I will reach out to him, and we will get that taken care of.
Sounds good.
Thanks, James. And thank you, Chuck. You're missed. Does anybody have any questions, any comments? The biggest thing, so the board appointed me, I guess, Field Day chair back in April. We're kind of hitting the ground running with this. We're really looking towards next year. If you guys have comments, if you have suggestions to make things better, please let us know. Please reach out. You can reach me directly. My email is on the sign-up sheet. It's just my call sign at gmail.com. That's Kilo 7 November Juliet at gmail.com, KK7NJJ at gmail.com. Please do reach out with comments or any suggestions moving forward.
You may want to talk about the road conditions.
Thank you.
That they are extremely good.
So as a comment, last year we were not at our normal Payson Lake site. The road had washed out. I drove up there with WJ3RI last weekend. There is running water still across the road. There are potholes. There are some tight turns. It is a mountain road. It's the Nebo Scenic Road. If you've ever driven it, the road's not in the best of shape.
It's in great shape years.
Sure.
So for those of you that have been there before, it's a great shape road this year.
So just,
However,
yeah.
it is a mountain road for those of you that have not driven Utah mountain roads. You only have to get out and build road every, I don't know, 3-4 miles.
So, comment from the peanut gallery. It's. I'll call her out. She's my aunt. I'll absolutely pick on her. Don't think twice. I know I'll get more back later. It'll be fine. The road is, as Jerry said, better than previous years, but it is still a Utah mountain road if you're unfamiliar. Just take your time. The joke she made is you only have to get out every couple of miles to help rebuild the road, but I didn't see that when we drove up there. The road's in decent drivable condition with any normal vehicle. Just take your time. It is tight, and there's no guardrails as Utah mountain roads. Coming from the east, a lot of people freak out on that. It's absolutely hilarious when I take somebody that's coming visiting. But
you're on the mountain, not in a tunnel.
exactly, you're on the mountain, not in a tunnel. Just to repeat that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's the elevation? Is it going to be cold that night? It's going to be pretty cold.
It will. So the question was, what's the elevation? Yes, 9,200, I think. It's 8. Okay, it's 8,000, give or take, somewhere between 8 or 9. It will be cool at night. It'll still get fairly warm in the day, but not the triple digits that will necessarily get in the valley. But it will be cool at night, so do bring warm clothing, all of that.
Shade is always appreciated during the day.
Yeah, shade is appreciated during the day. Our stations will be in the tents as normal.
Heaters in the tents.
Yeah, bring your own
Okay.
chairs.
Yeah,
everything.
bring your own chairs, bring everything that you would normally take camping. Nothing is provided for you aside from burgers on Saturday. Please bring a side. Sorry? Yeah, a pop-up or a tent is fine. There's plenty of room to bring a camper if you're confident taking it up some fairly tight switchbacks. I'll have my 36-foot travel trailer. It's just what's your comfort level driving up those roads.
There's some areas underneath some trees where you can put tent tents.
There are quite a few trees. There's, from the burn a number of years ago, there's fewer trees than there used to be. That's what I've been told. But there is definitely available shade. Wouldn't hurt to bring your own canopy or anything else. Say again, I'm sorry. Yes, we will have porta-johns. Yeah, we will have porta-johns so you can absolutely tent camp. The main road going up is paved or chip and tar. I don't know if they do that out here or not, honestly. It is, okay, it's fully paved. And then the actual path into the site is going to be dirt. I took my truck up. There's only one big hole. I didn't have a problem with my truck, but you can avoid the hole pretty easily. Yeah, it's a mountain meadow. Say again?
It keeps you all alert.
Yeah, just drive within reason, and you'll be absolutely fine. It's not like going to Moab and tearing up your vehicle. It's just dirt. You'll be fine.
Okay, let's move on. If you are not a licensed ham and you are just interested in ham radio, this is a good chance for you to come and play ham radio because you will be operating on the club license. If you're just thinking about getting into amateur radio, this is going to be the best day of exposure you can get. So, there you go. Okay, but that's not the only things that are happening. We have a Ham Fest coming up. It's called HamCom Zion. It's going to be in St. George. It's looking to be a very good ham fest. This is the first year this particular group has done it. The last two that were done in this area I did, and they are a tremendous amount of work. I shouldn't say I did. I had a lot of help. But at any rate, it is July 12th and 13th in St. George. At this meeting, it will also include the YLRL 85th Anniversary National Convention and the RV Radio Network Western Rally. So they are attracting, from all over the country, basically. And then we have Steak Fry coming up July 20th. That will be at up the canyon. At the Spruces. There you go. Yeah, I think. Assuming that that's what we got. That will be on July 20th. We usually have it about on the 12th or 13th, and we changed it because of Hamcom Zion. So, Steak Fry, July 30th.
How much are the tickets for the dinner this year?
I honestly don't know.
For steak fry or for?
Steak Fry. Steak Fry.
What did we charge last year?
15.
15?
It will likely be the same, subject to a board meeting while rummaging through trunks for field day on Thursday night, right?
Right. Assume it's going to be 15. It might go up just a little bit. It's not going to go up more than we absolutely have to make it go up. So plan on 15. Otherwise, no other in-person meetings in July or August. We will not meet here in July or August. The next meeting that we meet here with will be on September 12th. Now, I have something important to talk about. I don't want to talk all day, but this club is operated under the rules that are listed in the bylaws that we have for the club. These bylaws have not been amended or changed or examined since 2002 in October. And a lot of things have happened in the last 22 years. And quite frankly, our bylaws are out of date, and there are things in the bylaws that we are required to do that simply can no longer be done. So we have to make some changes to our bylaws. Now, in order to make changes to the bylaws, we have to have in a meeting like this, in person, 10% of our membership. And because our membership is all over the country, that's very difficult to come up with. We have people all over the country that have joined the club just to get to our remote stations. But they are members and we have to consider them. So they have to be considered in the 10% that we need to gather in order to have a vote on the changes for the bylaws. So we are going to try to get a quorum, which will be 10%, approximately 34 people, I think it is, right? Paid members of the club at the September meeting to take a vote on some bylaws changes. So, please attend the September meeting, at least at the beginning of it. If you want to leave and go afterwards, you're not going to hurt anybody's feelings, but we need to get enough people to have that vote at the September meeting. Any questions about that?
In person here.
Has to be in person here.
For all the online people, you need to come to that meeting.
That's right. All the online people, if you're in the area and you can come to the meeting, come to that meeting.
So are you going to publish the proposed changes?
Yes, we are.
Will they be on the webpage, or will they be published?
They will be published in all of the media sources that we currently use, which includes the webpage, Microvolt. Yep, Facebook.
So approximately how much prior to the meeting, approximately?
Well, the bylaws require us to post it 48 hours before the vote.
We'll do it significantly before that.
Yeah. I believe it's already being talked about in the net. Is that not right? Yes. Yeah. So see, we're already starting to get the word out. We're going to continue to get that word out to get enough people to hold that vote. If we can't get enough people to hold the vote, then there's nothing we can do to make changes to the bylaws. It's a catch-22 for us. So this has to happen.
And I think Doge is
Yes.
So it'll be in July, all the microvolts up until the meeting, the webpage, we'll put it out for you to know what you're voting on.
Okay, the program is on field day. Who'd have thought? Who do I turn it over to? Adam.
I mean, I can walk
Do you
back
have
down there if
anything
you
left,
really
Adam?
like.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead, Mike. Yeah. Say again. Okay.
Good evening. I'm an old guy and I get confused easily. So looking at our website, at the logo on our website, I noticed that the Utah Amateur Radio Club, founded in 1927, that the lettering is in gray. I looked at what we have in the microvolt, and it's in white, and on the top of my hat, it's in red, and I'm a little confused. What does our logo really look like? Well, there it is. Well, it doesn't look like that here. I had a little extra money left over from a project that I had done on ordering flags, so I thought I would do this with the money. So now we have it in gold, and if you don't like it, you can order flags yourself. Two of these, and if anybody has any flagpoles that they want to donate,
Yeah.
I will bring a flagpole for field day.
okay, good.
Jerry's bringing a flagpole for field day.
Adam's bringing it in his truck whether he knows it or not.
I just get voluntold to do everything. It's fine.
So I've got two of these, and so when one wears out, we'll have an extra.
Good deal. Thanks, Mike. That's very cool. Okay, I'm probably forgetting something. Doesn't look like it. I think I've covered everything that I had here. So, Adam, here you go. Tell us about field day. You want this?
I've got a mic.
Yeah, you still have
I still have a mic. So for anyone who hasn't been to field day, it's a great time to come out. It's a competition and it's a great time to learn about, I feel like I'm repeating myself because I am. Honestly, you guys just show up. We really and truly need people on the stations. Again, last year there was only a couple of us that ran them overnight. If you've never made a QSO, doesn't matter. If you don't know what a QSO is, doesn't matter. Like I believe Marv pointed out, we're working under the club's license. So if you come to field day, you are working in the full spectrum of amateur radio. You're not just working on VHF or UHF if you have a technician license. You can work some HF as a technician, but anyways, you are working the full spectrum, and I learned so much last year that I had never thought of. The amount, the width and the breadth of knowledge that this club has is absolutely fantastic, and you will get to experience it if you come to field day. People are there to answer questions, they are to help, and we are all there to experience the joys of ham radio. Please come out, help work some stations. If nothing else, go ahead, Sean.
Hey, Adam, so do the people need to be there the full 24 hours? Can they show up?
Thank you.
A couple hours and then leave and then maybe come back?
Yeah, so was just asked the question, do people need to be there for the full 24 hours of the competition, or can they leave, come back? You can be there as long or as little as you want. Again, we'll be there Friday setting up, Friday afternoon into Sunday, or excuse me, into Saturday. And then the competition is Saturday at noon until Sunday at noon. People will be there. You are free to come and go as you please. You are not held hostage once you show up to the site. You are welcome to come and go, and we will take as much or as little of your time as you want. Trust me, I can take as much of your time. I'll run my mouth.
We could use some people on Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday. Also before, we could use some people on Monday, taking down.
Yeah, the biggest thing is we could use some people Sunday evening into Monday if you have the time and the availability to help break down the camp. And then again, Thursday into Friday into Saturday. So we can't set up our towers, we can't set up our stations until just before the event. That is the rules the ARRL has set up. We can set up some generic things on Thursday into Friday, and so we will be setting up the camp Thursday into Saturday. But the biggest thing, again, is Friday into Saturday to set up the main camp, the towers, all the stations. There's going to be a lot going on, and we will need to take all of that back down Sunday into Monday.
Bring friends.
Yeah, bring friends, bring water. We do live in a desert. We are going to be at elevation. Bring more water than you think you're going to need. Bring whatever you're going to need. Mike.
I just had a question about that. Well, there's a campground there. Are we able to go to the campground to get water if we run out? Because I'm planning on getting there Tuesday, and I might.
Yeah. So there is a campground just a little bit north of where we will be staying. Mike asked the question, can we get water from that campground? We should be able to get water from that campground. It is public use, and we should be able to get it from the guard station as well. The guard station I'm not as confident on, but the campground is absolutely open, and there's a spigot there.
Down at the water tank for the horses.
Yes, and
Down the road, there's a tap. If they're on.
Right.
This early in the year, because it may freeze at night.
That is the one thing that I did not confirm when we went out there last weekend, is whether the taps are turned on or not. The road just opened up a couple weeks ago. There is a risk of that. I will call the Forest Service tomorrow and see if the taps are turned on or not. James, do we have a way to push out that information? Would it be best to just do it on Facebook?
We can add that information to the website.
Okay.
Or I can send it to all members.
Okay.
Maybe a what to
And
expect.
the information then on Sunday night will have the latest and final
Absolutely.
knowledge
So
of what we know.
our normal Sunday night net, we will be announcing field day, reminding you guys about all of this stuff. And we will push out, hopefully this weekend, I'm going to say no, definitely this weekend, to Facebook and the website, maybe to all members. We'll chat about that afterwards, James. Just a what to expect for field day, what to bring, all the basics that you're going to need. We'll get together something to send out to everyone. Do pay attention to our Facebook, and please attend the Sunday Net. If you have any questions, I will be on and happy to answer them.
And a follow-up question.
Come on, Mike.
I take it that there's no campground store there. Is that correct?
There is no camp store, so whatever you bring is what you bring.
Mason is your nearest grocery store,
Yeah.
gas, and convenience.
Yes, the nearest everything is about 12, 15 miles down the mountain. So it will be much more convenient for you to have everything you need than making a bunch of trips. It is slow, and there are a few really popular hiking paths on the road to Payson, or in between Payson and our campsite. So it is slow going. Had another question.
I'm looking at the website for Payson Lakes, and it says, please fill up with water before arriving. There's no place to fill up on site. Looking at the water spigots is not allowed.
Okay, so correction to earlier, there will not be a water spigot available as of today. Again, I'll call the Forest Service and we'll send out information. And again, if you have any questions that you come up, you've got my email, and please attend the Sunday Net. We'll be on.
Just consider it a primitive camping site because that's what it is.
Yeah, as Jerry just,
Firewood, anything.
yeah, as Jerry just said, it's a very primitive camping site. Assume you're backcountry. Whatever you have is what you bring. Whatever you don't have is what you didn't bring. It's really easy on and off the road. Don't think you're going to have to lug stuff in on your back, but it is a primitive campsite. There's no power, there's no water as of right now. Bring what you need. Questions?
And there's no air
Yeah, there's no air conditioning.
It's about 11 p.m. to 4 in the morning.
Except for the natural that occurs overnight, yeah.
If somebody wanted to bring something to contact the space shuttle, that counts for some serious points. Yeah.
The space station, yeah. I'll bring, if people want to fool with it, I'm going to be too busy to do it myself, but I'll bring my satellite here.
Yeah, I'm going to be stealing that overnight. That arrow antenna. So Jerry just said that she will bring two satellite antennas and the equipment to run them. If either grabbing satellites or, even more important, speaking to the ISS is big points for us. If you want to operate them, there will be gear available for you to attempt that. James, are you bringing anything fun and interesting this year?
From that location.
Okay.
If you have a Yagi.
So if you have a Yagi, I've been told you can hit the 6.2 repeater from our campsite. Anybody bringing anything weird or fun? No? Yes. Yes, not your normal HF or VHF, UHF rig.
I'm going to be bringing my HF rig with a 40-meter dipole.
Okay.
Maybe even use the station's antenna there. But one of the things I'm going to do is WinLink. Digital modes are great and they score us a lot of points. But one of the things we can do is we can send out WinLink messages to contacts as well.
So
send a WinLink message up to N7PAT ARRL.net. That will give us a bunch of points.
yeah, so hopefully we'll be doing some WinLink and some digital modes as well. Hopefully we can do some FT8. I'm trying to work on a station for that right now. But we'll definitely have our normal single sideband and CW stations. Just please come, it's a great time.
Chuck was downloading the ARRL bulletin,
Okay.
which was another 100 points.
Okay.
He's not going to be there.
Yeah, so to copy and decode the bulletin.
So if we download the ARRL bulletin, we get extra points?
Oh.
You listen on HF in Morse code and write it down.
So you're going to listen in HF for us and Morse
I don't.
Chuck is.
Chuck normally did it. I don't know if he's going to be coming.
I don't think he's coming.
As of right now, no.
He actually doesn't have to come for us to get the points. He can do that at home.
We'll have to.
I will follow up with that.
I think I read that in the rules because they have some independent ways, and so we're up there.
He'll be there in spirit.
He'll be there in spirit, electronically.
And by all means, if you want to read through the field day rules that the ARRL has posted, and you can think of inventive ways for us to get points, please contact me. We're happy to get more points.
For example, a visit by a served agency, 100 points. What's a served agency? Sheriff, Rangers, the forest rangers.
So if somebody wants to violate Forest Service law and be arrested, that would get us some points.
No,
So, yeah.
Last year, or no, 2 years ago, as we were cleaning up, the Forest Service firefighters showed up. They were going, oh, you're camping? We want to check out your fire pits. Well, our fire pit was a barbecue 4 feet off the ground. We invited them for lunch. They
Had a good
declined.
time.
That counted.
If you know an elected official, bonk them on the head, stick them in your trunk, bring them up.
Yeah.
4 points.
To quote Jerry, if you know an elected official and can bring them up in your trunk, that's extra points for us. Please.
They can ride shotgun in your car, too.
Okay, she's corrected. They can ride shotgun in the car if you want, but elected officials are worth points. As Bruce pointed out, served agencies are. So if you know a firefighter, a policeman, anyone in the Forest Service, these are all points. There's an amazing gauntlet of ways that we could earn points and just show how great Utah is for ham radio.
News media.
News media as well. If you know somebody KSL, wherever else. It does not need to be a big publication. It just needs to be a publication. If I remember correctly, it doesn't have to be like syndicated or anything.
Last year it was the Delta newspaper.
Okay, so we did get the Delta News last year. I didn't honestly know that. I guess I just had my head in the sand on the station.
So all this counts, and the information needs to be funneled to one person so that they can put that in bullets.
As Bruce pointed out, that's the biggest thing, is that if you do discover a way for us to get points, you need to let me know about it so that I can actually document it and get it on the rolls. What was the question? I'm sorry.
How do we contact you again?
My email is kk7njj@gmail.com. Best way to grab me. Sir? Did you have a question?
I was going to point to your call.
Oh, yeah. My email's up on the board, but the camera's not pointing at it. Now the camera's pointing at it. I can finally sneeze and not make a funny face on camera, right? I feel like I'm missing a whole bunch, Marv.
Maybe I can talk for a second about what Field Day is for people that don't know, maybe the history about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, James.
Yeah, for sure. Testing? On?
The mic is muted.
Yeah, for sure. I would definitely like to talk about Field Day for people that don't know what Field Day is or why we do it or what all the fun and all the fuss is about. So ARRL Field Day is celebrated annually on the fourth full weekend in June. It's a big day for amateur radio enthusiasts. It's not just any radio event, it's the most popular on-the-air gathering in the United States. Thousands of radio operators across North America gather together to connect, compete, and have fun with their radios. But why celebrate Field Day? They set up temporary radio stations in remote places, testing their abilities to communicate without relying on regular infrastructure. This ensures that they're always ready to help during disasters, acting as a lifeline when modern communication systems fail. But it's not all seriousnesses and drills. The event has a festive flair, with enthusiasts coming together to share knowledge and their passion for radios. Friends, families, and curious newcomers often join, making it a day of learning and camaraderie. It's a celebration of technology, teamwork, and the joy of amateur radio. The ARRL Field Day started back in 1933, primarily as a way for amateur radio enthusiasts to test their communication skills during emergencies. The idea was to simulate scenarios where they would need to set up radio stations quickly and communicate effectively without relying on the usual infrastructure. This annual event allowed radio hobbyists to sharpen their abilities and showcase how radios could be a reliable lifeline when modern systems were compromised. In the early years, Field Day was just a gathering of dedicated enthusiasts, but as time passed, it steadily evolved into a much larger event, drawing more participants from all across the United States and Canada. Enthusiasts appreciated the opportunity to demonstrate their passion and learn new skills, showing the world the significant role that ham radio could play in emergencies. Even during World War II, when many activities were disrupted, the spirit of Field Day endured. Though the event paused for a few years, it returned with more enthusiasm than ever, showing just how important and beloved it had become to the amateur radio community. Today, the ARRL Field Day stands as a testament to the dedication and camaraderie of the amateur radio community. Every June, thousands gather to practice their skills and demonstrate the power of radio and celebrate the joy of their hobby. This annual tradition brings together people in all ages and skill levels, uniting them in their shared love of radio communication. It's a day where enthusiasts can showcase their expertise while enjoying the fun and excitement of connecting with like-minded individuals. So definitely, if you're not able to make it down to our field day, join one of the other ham radio clubs down in the Salt Lake Valley that are doing field day. There's definitely a lot of people that are willing to Elmer you and mentor you and show you all the fun things that we can do in ham radio, and definitely for sure show you the true amateur spirit and what it actually means to be a ham radio operator.
Thanks, James.
Thanks, James. Anything else, Adam? Are we
I
done?
would love it if somebody had the meaning of life or the winning lottery numbers, but I don't have anything else to add unless
Well, the meaning
somebody's got
of
questions.
life is 42. The lottery numbers I can't help you
No,
with.
the answer to the question is 42. The meaning of life is not 42. Common mistake.
I was close. All right, anybody else have anything else? Jerry. How could I forget Jerry?
So I want to make one more pitch for HamCom Zion. It will be in St. George. It will be at the Dixie Center. It is all air conditioned. Please understand that we will have Yesu in person. We will have ICOM in person. Neither of these organizations show up to HamCons, regional HamComs. They'll show up to Dayton. They may show up to the Florida Ham Fest, but that's about it. So they have agreed to come this year, but they're not going to come back if we don't show up. And so if you want to see the newest and the greatest, Gordon West is going to be there. There's going to be an incredible Arduino University workshop. There's going to be a lot of fun things. We have YLRLs. If you're not familiar with YLRL, it goes back to the 1930s. And so that's the Young Ladies Radio League. Hedy Lamarr was one of the founding people, and a lot of other folks that were founding people of YLRL. And they have a conference every 4 years, and they selected Utah. And so they are coming from all over, a lot of them from New England and other places like that. These are really cool folks. The RVers are people who live and die by going to every grid square in the country that are coming. So this is going to be a really, really fun event. And we are the Utah Amateur Radio Club, and I really think we need to put a presence in. And so if folks want to coordinate going down, I'm going down way early because I'm working with YLRL and getting their conference off, but we can put together some rides down, some other things like that. And so it's going to be a really nice conference. Yeah, Sean?
Jerry, one thing, have them definitely book their hotels now because they are filling up quick.
Yeah, so the hotels right by the Dixie Center are filling up. But the nice thing is, this is not the height of the touring season of St. George. And people from Utah are going, well, it's so hot, it's so far. We have people coming from California that are driving 6-8 hours from Phoenix, from the coast, people coming from all over the country. And so really, this is an opportunity to rub shoulders with hams that you are not going to meet at the VHF Society swap meet. So you're going to see stuff that you won't see locally because people are coming from a long ways away. So please consider coming, and if you need more information, contact me or any of the section staff. We are the host as the Utah section of ARRL for the entire division, for the RV, ham radio RV people, and for YLRL. So it's us, gang. We should show up. If you're a woman and want to be in the YL, it's 11 through 15, but Saturday and Sunday of that weekend for the main Ham Fest. There's going to be a great dinner, a bunch of really cool speakers. There'll be national ARRL people that you can gripe at. That's part of the fun of going to a Ham Fest. I think there's a wolf hong for those of you that don't know what that is. If not, I'll stab you with mine. But it's really worth going to. And what the hell else can you possibly do in Utah on the 15th of July?
Good points all. My wife is actually a member of YLRL. So I'll echo everything that Jerry says, and I highly recommend you attend if you're able to. This is a big deal, especially for Utah. And I've been to a lot of them. I've done a couple of them, and I live and breathe Hamfest. Okay.
Hey, Marvin, real quick. Can you
Yes.
Can you update the date? It is July 12th and 13th.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, sorry, July 12th and 13th, sorry.
Yep, July 12th and 13th. I've got it right here. All right, with that, remember, show up on September 12th. It's very important. Also remember, there is no meeting here in July or August. And we'll have the drawing. Where's the bucket?
Right here. All right, I've got some tickets. We can get some last minute tickets. How many do we need? Who does not have a ticket? Got it.
Put your name or
I've
your
got
call
pens.
sign on the one that says
Go ahead and fill that out
to
for me,
put it.
Samuel.
And then
I've got
take the other
pens.
one home that says
Yeah.
keep this coupon. You have to keep
Here
it
you go.
forever. I have a whole drawer full at home.
How are we doing, Blaze? Here you go, bud. Samuel, you need a pen? Got you. In progress. Thank you, sir. Not working?
Here,
There you go.
everybody's pushing pens at you.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you guys? Do you miss me?
Thank you, sir. Right here. All right. Swinging in the breeze.
Okay, everybody's got a ticket in there. Bruce has got one there. Linda doesn't have hers in, I don't think.
Yeah, Linda's got hers in. All right.
Okay, are they all in?
They are all in.
All right, Linda. How many tickets? How many?
8.
8?
If I can get the lid off, that might be really helpful.
It's all right, 8.
There you go, Linda.
Okay.
Hey, Bruce, pull hers out so we don't call.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I have that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 here.
2 more.
7, oh wait,
That's yours.
okay.
Here you go. Here's the bucket.
7 and 8.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, first call. First come, first serve. Craig. Starts with an M. Craig here.
Oh, yeah. Do we just want to redraw? He's left.
Okay. One more then.
All right, one more, Linda.
Oh, okay. And so, there you go.
I really should let somebody else do this because I can barely read.
Here's one.
You want me to call him out?
Yeah. Just take over.
Yeah, I got you. Blaze. KI7, 6, Charlie Golf?
6.
Or, sorry, yeah, KI7, something Charlie Golf, I believe.
Something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Oh, GGG.
GGG?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got one without a name. That's 770 is the last 3 numbers. N7HVF. Okay. Come on, James. Give me. You know better. KI7MTI.
No.
We already did GGG. K7KQY.
Oh, I see this camera. I'm on that.
KC7DGN.
This is a good back for your HF break.
Linda, you want me to get
AF7JC, AF1JC. And we already did Craig. We pulled him out. Should be 8, if I can count. We got him. All right.
Okay. All right, that's it, everybody. See you on the 12th of September. Good night.
See you at field day. See you at field day.
See you at field day. That's what I meant to say.
Right? And then steak fry.